Her rear end hit me in my chest, causing me to fall back down to my own rear end.
It started with a simple fall while cheerleading, but instead of sitting out, Ryan Faara says she was told to keep cheering.
So my brain just kept being battered back and forth in my head as I was jumping, flipping, stunting.
Minutes later, she collapsed. Ryan was in a coma for weeks, then had to learn how to walk again and live with a brain injury.
This one is my first attempt at very guarded steps.
Ryan is outraged when she hears the latest statistics. State officials tell 5 investigates 1 in every 5 middle and high school athletes say they've likely had concussions. That means thousands, maybe tens of thousands of Massachusetts student athletes are getting concussions every year. And even more troubling, half of those students say they're still playing after their head injury.
No, I hear that and I want to scream.
Chris Nowinski was one of the first to publicly warn about the dangers of concussions after suffering them first as a Harvard football player, then as a professional wrestler.
They keep playing and they get additional brain damage and doesn't need to be there.
One way to prevent that, more athletic trainers on hand, like Michelle Kelly here in Somerville, ready to pull out a player after any sign of a concussion.
They're teenagers, and so they think they're invincible.
The football team also practices heads-up tackling, with an eye towards reducing injury, and like other schools, limits hitting drills to 2 days a week. Schools are supposed to tell the state exactly how many concussions their student athletes are getting, but 5 investigates examined every record submitted by schools this year and found at least 100 hadn't submitted by the deadline. Others reported just a few, experts say likely far less than actually occurred.
Drive.
It's infuriating at times because I know that if we have more information, then we can better provide support and information to the community.
Young athletes are not just small versions of adults.
Dr. Michael O'Brien has seen no let-up in patients from a variety of sports coming to him at Boston Children's Hospital's Sports Concussion Clinic.
It's difficult to keep up in school or make up with schoolwork. There can be difficulty with balance issues or even emotional changes.
Ryan is now a spokesperson for the Brain Injury Association of Massachusetts, determined to change attitudes of coaches, parents, and student athletes.
I don't care if it's the state championship game and you're in the final seconds of sudden death overtime. It is not worth the rest of your life. You only get one brain.
Public health officials tell us they're working with schools to track these brain injuries better and make sure kids with concussions get treated before they're hurt again. Karen Anderson, 5 Investigates.
Of course, you